Hello, Andrew from Money Management Tips. What we're going to do today is go through the budget. But first off, if you're on my site, just like the Facebook page and join our Google Plus community. So just go and have a look and follow that. Okay, now what we'll do is let's get straight into the budget. Okay, on our page there will be a link to the Google Sheets, which will be right there. Now, how you access that? Now, I did this rather than a Excel download because everyone can access this. All you need is a Gmail email address or a Google account. So if you go to gmail.com, I'll just type that up the top. It's logging into mine. But basically, if you have a Gmail account, look, I'll just move the screen over, or can I? Hang on, I'll see if I can reduce it. Okay, if you go there and you logged into your Gmail account, you'll automatically open it when you click the link. But just in case, if you click that icon, the 9 dots there, you'll come down to Google Drive. And you'll have, there it is there. You'll be able to open it if you've got your Gmail open, okay? So we'll just leave it at that. If you haven't got a Gmail account, just go to gmail.com and open one. Easy. Okay, so let's close out of that, and come back to the spreadsheet where we're going to start working through it. Now, when you first get here, okay, I've shared this document, but you cannot edit it because then it'll be different for the next person. So if you go File, make a copy, and name it whatever you want. So you can say Bill Jones. Sorry, Bill, if you're around. And you don't need to share it with anyone because it's just yours. Okay, if you go OK, then my shared file will remain the way it is. Now I've got a couple of little little numbers in here, 3s and 1s and stuff. That's just so I don't get the divide by 0 error in these things here. So here we go. You've got Bill Jones. This is yours, and it's a duplicate of what my spreadsheet is. Okay, so let's just put in a mock example. Let's say Bill Jones is a professional and he earns $80,000 a year. Okay, and let's say his wife had to go and work part-time and she earns $15,000 a year. Okay, you can see how it automatically adds the monthly budget there, and it automatically adds up the top. Okay, now have you got any other income? Like, do you get child support or alimony if you've got kids and had separation, so forth? Social security, like your pension, any other incomes, disability or pension incomes, investment income. Now this is where if you haven't got any yet, this is what we're going to help you strive towards. Okay, investment income and potentially business income. We'll talk about that in the next lesson. But if you've got any investment income, dividends or interest on a deposit or anything like that, pop that in there. Real estate investment income. If you've got an investment property, put in the total rent here. Down below in the necessary expenses, we will put in there the property management fees and land tax and all the other stuff down there. And again, if you've got a business, now later on we will talk about the different types of businesses, like self-employed business, where basically you're it. If you don't work it, then the income basically falls in a heap, compared to business, which is a business with a system like McDonald's that is run by 18-year-old kids. Okay, so again, we will expand on this one later on, because investment income and business income is where you will really start to take leaps and bounds towards financial freedom. So let's just say we don't get any alimony, we don't get any social security, we get $21 a month from interest. Okay, maybe you've got a couple of $1,000 there and you get 1% per annum, and it's sitting there like that. Rental income. Well, let's just say you've got a unit that you're renting out. Now, you may or may not, but the monthly income from that was, say, $1,200 a month, $300 a week. And he's got zero from business, and he's got no other income. Or let's get cute. Let's say he makes $120 a month selling stuff on eBay or something. Okay? Oops, why is that not there? Hang on. I just found something. There we go. Sorry, I missed it. I'll just check and make sure. Oh yeah, no, it's moved there. Alright, so he's got a total income of 111,000. Alright, taxes on that. So 111, so 30%, or say 25%. Let's say he pays 28,000 in tax. Now I'll just, that's per year. Alright. Let's say 2,000-3,000, which brings it up to about 25% tax, which is almost realistic, although in some countries it's a lot more. Well, let's do 2,500. There we go. 30,000. 27% tax. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, other income deductions. No insurance or investments here. That's just whatever. Rent. Let's say you are renting a property for $400 a week, so you put $1,600 a month in there. Now, we had an real estate investment income. Alright, let's say you spend about $1,000 a month on interest payments for that, and property taxes, let's just say you spend $200 a month. So in other words, your $1,200 just gets eaten up. So you're holding the property for capital growth. Alright, then you've got your water bill. I'm just guessing here, let's just say $50 a month. I don't think that's unrealistic. Garbage, well, we don't pay for that in Australia, but you do have council fees. Let's just say 12. Alright, well, that's 144. Yeah, that's probably alright with your council fees. Gas and electric, right, this could be a big one. Let's just say $550 a month, because electricity is just skyrocketing. Or auto insurance, what would the premium be for $300 a year? So let's just say 60, see where that lands. No, that's too much. 33. Alright. Food. auto repairs, let's say once a year, say $100 a month, because you got to, no, let's say 50. Let's say your contingency is $600 for auto repairs. Food and groceries. Alright, I don't know about you, but husband, wife and 3 kids, we were spending somewhere between $350 and $400 a week. So let's just say $1,100. Clothing, the kids always needed something, so let's just say we spent $300 a month on clothes and shoes and things. The home phone was always about $70 a month. Okay. Home insurance yearly, I think it was about $400. We'll just say that. But here's the thing: what you do when you do your budget is you dig out the actual amounts. You dig out your insurance policy and put the actual amount there. Get your telephone bills, put the actual amount. All your insurance, auto repairs. Now, yes, you'll have a stab at some. You'll put an estimate on it just to make sure that you're covered. Again, healthcare or insurance costs. I was paying, what is it? Let's say $100. No, it's more than that. It's about $160 a month for private health insurance. Dental care. Let's just say you spend, I don't know, because you've got kids now. If you get, the bands for the kids, it may be a hell of a lot more. But let's just say we spend $150 a month on dental. So between the whole family, spend $600. All right, life insurance. Oh, let's just say we haven't got that. Student loans. All right, if you've got expenses with student loans, put them in here. Home repairs, home supplies. Look, that's entirely up to you. It depends what you spend, but let's just say we put $1,200 for the year for those there. Dry cleaning. Don't know if you do any, but just say we spend $12 a month on it. Laundry, you could put 5 there. That's all right. Investment and real estate expenses. That's your okay. Here's all your investment. So you could almost take that out if you haven't got a second mortgage, and you can put all your investment property expenses there. Okay. Now, if you've got a business income, which we said we didn't, you can put your business income expenses here. Childcare. Okay, now mum's going to work. Remember, she was earning $15,000 a year. Let's say she is spending $50 a week or $200 a month on childcare. Where are we sitting? Okay. Baby expenses. If you've got a kid, you've got nappies or diapers, and other expenses, school tuition, all that. Let's just say you spend $50 a week on the kids' schooling and stuff. Alright. Credit card bills. So let's say you've got $5,000 on your card. They're going to charge you about $100 a month to do that. Car loan. Let's just say you've got $60 a week, $60 a month. Well, that's probably low, isn't it? $160. Alright, gasoline. So you need to put fuel in your car. What would you do? $50 a week to get to work and back. Cable TV or satellite. Let's just say you spend $50 a week on that as well. Mobile phones. Oh, here we go. It depends how many you've got. One each plus three for the kids is five. At $20 a shot, gives you $100 a month minimum. Okay. Home improvement. Just say we're going to sit on that for now. Home security. Garden supplies. Do you buy plants and things? Just say you spend $10 a week on that. Alright, entertainment. This is where you can go out to the movies or have a whatever. Let's just say you spend $50 a week on entertainment. How are we looking? Oh. These guys spend too much money, huh? Alright. Maybe we could have gone a little bit less hard on this, but let's just say this for example. Alright. He doesn't smoke and he has two beers at the pub on a Friday night. So let's just say $10 a week, so let's say $40. Okay. Brokerage deposits. Alright, down here is where you can investment spending. So if you make any contributions, deposits, if you buy stock or options for your company of work, or you put any money into a share trading account, or anything down there, you can put those items down there, okay? But Bill Jones isn't doing that. Alright, let's just go up the top and see what it's come out with us. Alright, he's got a total income, that's between him, his wife, and a rental property of $111,000 something. He pays $30,000 tax, which is 27%. Okay. Necessary expenses, he spends 68 grand. Now I might have been a little bit healthy on that, but for the example, this is the way we'll go. Discretionary income, he spends 12 grand on that per year. Investment spending, zero, which is not a good thing. Right, this is, hang on, where is that? Discretionary income is 12,000. Okay, let's just highlight that one a little bit. Okay, that figure is your income less your tax and necessary expenses. Okay, that's the income you can spend or use for yourself, and generally, if you can save some, makes that number there bigger. Okay, investment spending, zero. So you've got your discretionary income less than the investments will be the same as your discretionary income. Okay, and your discretionary spending is 12,000. So you're spending all your income basically. You've got $28 a year left to save, which is 0.03%. Now you need to try and keep that up around 10%. So maybe I was a bit healthy in here, but when you put your numbers in, and if they're accurate, okay, you will, and be realistic. Well, this is to determine where you are. It's not some fictional document. This is to help you put in exactly what you spend, exactly what you pay, everything down to the dollar, so you know when you come out what your number is there. Now, hopefully, that number is about 10% of that. So hopefully that's 10 grand a year. But it's not always the case, because the cost of living is skyrocketing these days, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to even survive. That's why the wives have to go off to work, okay, in general, and put the kids in childcare, so someone else is raising your kids. Unless they've reached school age, then it's possible, but But that's why so many people are having both partners at work. Now let's just quickly have a look over the tab here. You can go project forward. Okay. Now here is your income, the blue line. Okay, you're sitting on about 111. So if you do not get a pay rise, okay, you can see here your expenses. I've put inflation in up there at 4%, which is probably very conservative. It's probably more than that, okay? So what I've done here is the tax will be a percentage of your total income, and that's brought over from the other page. The necessary expenses, I've added 4% every year, compounding to that, which is the way inflation works. Okay, discretionary income. Again, I've taken that is your total income less your tax and necessary expenses. Investment spending 0. Discretionary income less investment, so that's the same as your discretionary income. And then your discretionary spending also will have the 4% added to it because the price of stuff goes up. Now have a look at this. If you did not get a pay rise, in a year's time you'll have $3,000 less than what you have today. Now isn't that the truth? Okay, inflation, everything always goes up. The price of bread, the price of milk, all the stuff at the shopping mall. Okay, so here's what it is. Your income is there. Your expenses will increase exponentially, and that is a given. So your savings was above the line there by not much, but very quickly your expenses increase, so your savings are actually below 0. So in other words, you are going backwards. Okay, and that's so common. So let's manipulate the numbers a little bit, just so we can. Let's just say you spend $100 a week on food, right? That is ridiculous. You don't spend that much, but what it does is it gives us. Move it out of the way. It says you've got $7,000 left to invest. Okay, and you can see again your expenses go up. So very quickly, amount in a year's time, if you don't change anything and all your expenses remain the same plus inflation, instead of 7,000 you're going to have 4,000, and in 2 years' time you're going to have 1,000, and in 3 years' time your expenses will surpass your income and you'll end up going backwards again. So let's be realistic. You may get a pay rise of 1% per year, maybe. Okay, what that does then is it makes your income increase up. Now you might get, you might get 0% 1 year and then 3% the second year. You might get 0% that year, and you might get 3% that year, and then 1% the following year. You can see here that your income sort of jumps up slowly, but eventually expenses will catch you and your savings still, because tax gets you. This gives you good tax creep. Look at this. Your tax is increasing all the time as your income increases, but then your expenses are increasing as well. So what's effectively happening is because you're earning more, you're hitting higher tax brackets and you're paying more tax because the value of money has decreased so much. So this will give you a good idea. It's your spreadsheet now, you can play with the numbers. If you get a pay rise of 3% per year, which would be great, although I'll just put the 3% back in there. If you're getting a 3% pay rise per year, you're barely keeping up with inflation, because you look at this. All right, you're keeping up. You see your income staying above your expenses, but look at your savings. It's diminishing all the time. Now, what you do with your savings is we'll start to invest that so that your income will actually be increasing. Now, as you invest more, your income from investments will increase. Now, you want them to compound up as well. Okay. Ultimately, we want to get you to a big enough passive income, in other words, income from investments or income from businesses with a system or shares or real estate. Okay. All money that you will come in to you that you do not have to work for. As soon as you've got that big enough to cover all of your expenses and have enough still remaining to invest to increase that passive income, then you're at a point where you can retire, because retirement is a financial position, it's not an age. Okay? Alright, enjoy. Be very thorough with your budget. This will tell you and help you determine where you can get money to invest. If you need to make some drastic changes, like the wife has to go to work, or you have to move house so you pay less rent, or you need to, drop the phone in the toilet and not pay that anymore, you need to cut down on your food expenses. Now you can do that. There's countless YouTube videos. But we will get into all of that at a later date. Your complete homework task today is to go through and dig out all your receipts, know where you spend your money, and be honest. If you go to work every day with $30 in your pocket and come home with a few coins, put that in there. Okay, we need to know, or you need to know, where your money's going. Okay, and then once you've done that, you'll have your number, and that number needs to be about 10%. Now this is what, 6.5. So enjoy, be thorough, be accurate, and come back and we'll start working on strategies to get you financially free as of tomorrow. Okay? Or I bet there's a little skip to the next lesson button, but don't do that unless you've done your budget. Okay? Sorry about the long video, but it needed to be. Okay, good luck, and Andrew out.